Hello and welcome back to another CM Travels video. I am so excited I can barely contain myself. I've got my hands on a Z6. If you're interested in wildlife travel in general, you probably recognize the need for smaller, lighter gear. Mirrorless systems are probably going to be the future. However, taking wildlife photography can be very challenging and requires some very specific equipment. Now, I am usually a Canon user, however I have been trying out a whole bunch of Nikon gear that has been absolutely wonderful to use for wildlife photography, and I've been completely blown away by the D850, as anyone is, but the quiet little surprise for me was the D500. Wonderful crop sensor, very sharp, very good autofocus. Now, all of those are big DSLR cameras. The D500 is slightly lighter, and it's the lens that comes with it. I'm looking to move into the future, into that 4K, into that much lighter gear, because it's so difficult to carry big heavy gear around with us all the time. I need it for two purposes. I want to film like this, vlog a bit, have it set up in the studio when I need to, and go outside and film nature. Unfortunately, we are still on lockdown, or many of our destinations are on lockdown, so I'm not going to be able to, unfortunately, test this gear out in the African savannah, in the jungles of Brazil, or on the cold poles of both the north and south looking for emperor penguins, or perhaps polar bears. If you're interested in those sorts of trips, check out this video, our latest trip to Antarctica. Do not hesitate to get hold of us if you're interested in traveling to these amazing destinations. If not, check out some reviews that we've done. But let's get back to our focus today. I hope you enjoy the content. Can I convert my DSLR gear to mirrorless and still find the same quality? And how am I going to do it? Stay tuned. Let's get into it. So I thought I would start by describing what I have in my bag just quickly, so that you can see if it would be value, or if you could find a huge difference in what I currently carry and switching it over to the mirrorless and still getting that same connection between the lenses that I currently have with the body, as well as changing everything over. Right, so I have it here with the 24 to 105 millimeter. It's an f4. And this is a great wide angle lens, and if anything close, also macro to 0.45 meters from yourself, or if you're working in feet, 1.5 feet, which is really close. And I use that actually quite a lot for close-up work, and of course for landscapes and things like that. So that lens comes, if we were using the Nikon Z6, which I'm currently filming on, and I hope you're enjoying the 4K. Yeah, baby. Kit lens 24 to 70 f4, the S. I'm coming with the cost now. Don't worry. Hold yourself back. It's coming. Stick around. Just stick around. Right now, so what I tend to use for wildlife is this, the 300mm f4. Beautiful quality lens. Absolutely love it. And the substitution for this lens, f4 PFED lens, wonderful little lens, also fixed, also f4, beautiful smooth backgrounds. Likewise with the Canon 300mm f4. This is a much newer version, however, and of course a lot more expensive. But if you want to see the 300mm review that I did, click on this one with the 70-300, I think f4.5 to 5.6 if I'm not mistaken, and I was so blown away actually by the quality and the speed with which the autofocus works with the 70-300. I would be happy in terms of saving money on a budget and switching to the mirrorless, going with the 70-300, just because I've been very happy with it. And considering the kit lens that comes with this 24-70 f4, I think I would be happy with that combination. Now quickly, before I get into the costs, don't worry, they're still going to be coming, I want to just make you aware of what I'll be using the camera for. Our main focus is wildlife photography, so I want to be able to travel with our clients and of course with friends and family. So I want to get some nice video footage. I want to be able to put travel vlogs together for future use, particularly for marketing and things like that for the company. But I also want to be able to take really good still images. So I'm looking for a mirrorless that's going to give me that flexibility with the video. I need it to have really good autofocus and tracking, plus I need the stills to be really fantastic. So that's the reason why I'm considering moving from my older gear, which was Canon 7D Mark II as well as a 60, which I used to take both with me. The full frame I haven't mentioned yet, I use as well, particularly for landscapes and maybe night skies. The full frame gives me more light into the camera, which makes it better quality. And now as well, if you think about it, if I'm carrying a 60, a 70 Mark II, a 24-105 and a fixed 300mm lens, it's a great deal of weight. I can put it easily into my hand luggage and carry it around and film all day without getting tired. Believe me, if you've been carrying around a full frame DSLR and filming all day with big lenses on it, you're going to be knackered. Now to get into the cost. So the 24-105mm f4 macro lens from Canon is roughly $770 new. I can probably get a second-hand one for around $200-300 if I have a good look around and try and find that. The 300mm f4 new is very expensive, I think. I think it's around $1,300 but I picked up mine second-hand for $600. Now, of course, you've got to bring into consideration the 7D Mark II. Now, a new 7D Mark II is around $1,300-1,400 here in Switzerland, and I could probably pick up a used one for around $400-500 if I looked around for a good deal. On average, they go for around $700-800 depending on the number of shutters that they've had. Now, for the new Canon gear, that will probably cost me around $3,400. Second hand, I can get that price cut in half to find the gear. Now the Z6 setup, if I was looking to move into the mirrorless, I would definitely consider both the Z6 and the Z7. The EOS R is fantastic, but it has a crop on the 4K film, so that's why I'm hesitant to go that direction at the moment. I know they've just come out with the Canon EOS R5 and R6, but those are well over $4,000 per item, so that's way out of my price range. And I can pick up a new Z6 with the kit 24-105 plus the FTZ adapter for all the lenses, which I can pick up second hand, much cheaper, about $2,300. Now the expensive item is of course the 300 f4 fixed, and that is a much more expensive lens. It goes for $1,900, or there or thereabouts. So I would consider changing the 300 f4 out for a 70-300 f4 to 5.6, I think, or f4.5 to 5.6. If you're interested in that lens particularly, I have done a test. Click on this little suggestion bar there as well and come back to this video afterwards, please. Just do it. A 70-300 new, brand spanking new, straight out of the box is about $600, making my total around $2,900 for the Z6 with the adapter and the 24-70 and a 70-300. Not so bad when I consider that my Canon gear I could probably sell for around $1,700, making my investment into the mirrorless setup roughly $1,200 or so if I wanted to upgrade to the Nikon system and get rid of all of my heavy Canon gear. It's definitely something I'm considering. I hope that you've enjoyed the content today. I'm looking at an investment of around $1,000 in order to upgrade to the 4K mirrorless, much lighter. It fulfills my needs in terms of a studio, filming, 4K, not cropped, allows me to travel lightly. All of those things in one are what I looked for, and whether or not I'll go forward with the $1,000 investment, I'll have to see. First, I have to sell all of the old gear, and honestly, I may or may not get to that number, so we'll have to see how much I can get in order to invest in the new Nikon system. It's been great having you here. Thank you so much for joining me. Please hit that thumbs up if you found this content interesting, and subscribe if you're keen to see more of these videos from us. We really appreciate it here at TM Travels, making your wildlife dreams come true. We'll see you in the next one.